What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Ryan here, back with some gaming news, some PlayStation news. So obviously, let's hit the intro, and I'll be right back. Alright, welcome back. Let's go ahead and talk about this. Ni no Kuni 2 Special Edition reveal for Europe. And yes, they are different from the American ones. So this is what they're going to look like. That's pretty cool. And there's another one right here. All links will be in the description below, so you can check out everything. Like everything you're getting and vice versa. So go check that out. Okay. If you're looking for a PS4, now not the PS4 Pro, but a standard PS4, and you don't have one, and you want a limited edition run, you can get it for The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. Now that's for Japan, but if I'm not mistaken, you can order through Sony's website to get this to come to the US, or you can buy it from Sony to get it shipped to your house. You can do that because I think Unbox Therapy does that all the time, so I'm pretty sure you can do that. So it'll be the same price if I'm not mistaken. So there you go. If you guys are interested in a new console, it looks good. I mean, if I didn't have a PS4, I might consider this. The problem is with the standard Slim, doesn't have an optical port. That's the only thing that sucks for me. Doesn't have an optical port. But other than that, I mean, it's a simple. I mean, if you look at this is pretty much like the newer PS4 Slim is more like a college dorm type of style, like you can take it to college or school, whatever. That type of that type of console where it doesn't have all the extra stuff. It's just for your convenience. So there you go. Okay, if you guys are interested in the Final Fantasy beta, it's coming to the West, and it'll be available on August 26th, right here, August 26th to September 4th. So go check that out in the description below, and you can keep yourself up to date. Okay. This article right here, now when I first saw this on the website, I kind of was like, really? But then I kind of read it, and it's kind of funny. Let's go ahead. I'm going to read a little bit real quick, and then I'm going to give you guys my input. But first, I'm going to read the title. So it's Project Cars 2, PS4 Pro graphics won't surpass Xbox One X's. Okay. Slightly Mad Studio says Project Cars 2 PS4 Pro graphics can't match those of Xbox One X, but will the difference be noticeable to the average gamer? Haven't I been saying this for quite some time? Didn't I say this for quite some time? That most of the games that are on PS4 Pro that are upscaled to 4K will look identical to the native 4K games that are on the Xbox One X. The only difference is if you have the technology of Digital Foundry, or if you own both consoles and you have them on different monitors where you can look at both versions like real closely to see the difference. That's the only way you'll see the difference. But in terms of overall in comparison-wise, they're going to look exactly the same. But you know what's funny? This comes back to Phil Spencer really hard in terms of third-party games. You remember when he said, those games that will take advantage of the Xbox One X, there will be a demonstrable difference. You guys remember that? He said there will be a demonstrable difference. Yet, we look at this now, there's no demonstrable difference. Nothing. There's really nothing. Most of the games look the same. All the games that will be 4K over the Xbox or PS4, they'll be true 4K over the PS4, aren't even 60 frames per second. They're not even doing anything of that nature. Project Cars 2, this is another example. Yes, it's going to look better in terms of 4K, sure, but it's not 60 frames per second on Xbox One X.
You serious?
It's not. So, I don't know what people were expecting, man. I really don't know what people were expecting. I really don't. It's like, if you're telling me all this power talk, right? Like the Xbox One X, you're telling me that the Xbox One X has this amount of RAM, this amount of CPU power, right? Which you guys see right here. But yet, if I look at the games, right? For example, Forza on the Xbox side, Forza looked good. I thought it looked good. I mean, it's a car, it's a racing sim, but it looked good. I liked the weather. I liked how the car looked in the, with the changing weather, especially when it was thundering and lightning. You could see like the clouds and the darkness. You know what I'm saying? Like shift on the car. I liked how that looked. But Drive Club also has good weather that rivals that, and that's not true 4K. For example, look, another example. I'm sorry. If I look at Crackdown 3, right? Actually, no, I can't even use that example. That's not true 4K on Xbox One X. Hold on. Assassin's Creed Origins, not true 4K. Anthem, not true 4K. So, what game is true 4K? Okay, let's look at State of Decay. If I'm not mistaken, State of Decay is true 4K on Xbox. You look at State of Decay, right? Ironically, if I compare that to Spider-Man on PS4 Pro, what do you think? What do you think looked better in the eyes of gamers? Spider-Man. It looked better. It looked better. It looked more alive. The character looked more fluid. The fighting was amazing. I mean, come on, man. You guys can talk all this graphics talk all you want. The bottom line is you don't have the games. And before somebody tries to flip that and go, well, PlayStation guys did it at the start of this generation, so you're just salty. No. Here's the thing. PlayStation guys had two things to brag about at the start of the generation. Number one, they were cheaper. Which was not, without a doubt, they were cheaper because, your God and Savior Microsoft wanted to force that Kinect on people, but you guys don't want to talk about that. So they were cheaper because that stupid Kinect integration for the Xbox One at the start of this generation. Yeah, we think I forget about this stuff? No. So they were cheaper and they were powerful. They were more powerful because, again, Microsoft gimped their console because of that stupid camera. And a lot of you are damage controlling that. Like you're damage controlling now. So, yeah, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. But let's go ahead and move on to another one. See, a lot of you, you just grab on any little piece of straws, and it's sad, man. Let's go ahead and just do this right here. PS4 will beat Xbox One due to price advantage, says an analyst. Uh-oh. Micropactor reckons Sony's machine has the advantage thanks to one key factor, the price. I believe that 100%, but he's also got another thing wrong. Now, he actually did do a video, or he actually did an interview beforehand about this. He talked about not just the price, but he talked about in terms of first-party games. Sony has the advantage there, and they have the advantage in price. Again, ain't it kind of funny? If we look at this right now, if we look at the Xbox One S compared to the PS4 Pro, and we look at it right now, it's literally the start of this generation again. The only difference is the power is in Microsoft's favor. You know what I'm saying? What do you think is going to happen when Sony drops the price of the PS4 Pro? Sure, Sony's going to look at a little bit less of the money than they've been getting for the PS4 as of late, but they're not going to suffer. They're getting a hell of a lot of profit from the PlayStation 4. And the sad part is their heavy hitters aren't even out yet.
The truth shall set you free.
Their heavy hitters aren't even out yet. Spider-Man, that is going to be a system just seller. When you see Spider-Man come out next year, people are going to flock to grab a PS4. There is no doubting about that. There's no doubt about that. I hate to break it to you guys, Halo and Gears are no longer the games that are going to sell this console. The people who like those franchises obviously are going to buy the console. Like, for example, let's say 30 million, right? One to buy the console just for those two games. Okay, cool. That's 30 million. That's it. That's going to be where your sales are going to drop off to, 30 million, right? I'm being generous, 30 million. So 30 million people bought an Xbox One and a Xbox One X for Halo and Gears. But if I compare that to what Sony has, when they're almost hitting 70 million. If I compare that to Sony, what does Sony have to sell? They have Spider-Man. They have Days Gone. They have Detroit. You get what I'm saying? The list goes on. Obviously, they got Crash. If it doesn't come to Xbox, that's coming. If it comes to Xbox, it comes to Xbox. But they have Crash. If I go further on, what else we got going on for Sony? Monster Hunters, if I'm saying. That's exclusive. If I'm not. Maybe I'm wrong with that one. Maybe I'm wrong with the Monster Hunters one, but we're gonna continue. You know what I'm saying? There's so much stuff on Sony's part. Obviously, Death Stranding. I mean, there's so much stuff on Sony's part. Like, there's so many games that are coming that you can get lost in terms of what you're talking about. Microsoft, I don't have this issue. It's like there's always the same three. Nothing new to invest in, nothing like that. And I don't even have to read this article because I'm pretty sure he's saying the same thing. So, actually, I think I will read it. I think it won't sell so well. Okay, speaking in the latest factor, the ubiquitous industry mouthpiece said that Microsoft's upcoming high-end console is unlikely to sell well due to the simple fact it's costs twice as much as Sony's current generation console. He's got a point there, and also it's offering the same thing that Sony's console is offering, only the difference is Sony's console is offering the less. A lot of you don't know what enhanced means, and a lot of you didn't look into the description when they said enhanced games. Enhanced games can consist of three things: 4K upscaling, checkerboard rendering, or native 4K. I suggest you look at these games very carefully. Let's read this. I think it won't sell so well because it's cost twice as much as PlayStation 4, said Pachter. I mean, I think that's the easy answer, and again, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One S are nominally are priced at $299, and they're pretty regularly discounted at $249. And they are almost always bundled with something, so the $299 version, you kind of have to be a moron to pay $299 for a console now and not get a piece of software for free, which does have a perceived value of $50. You'll be able to get a Christmas Xbox One X launch edition, and for $600, you can buy a PlayStation and an Xbox and get a piece of software for each for sure, like I promised that. And if you can't get that, I'll give you the $50 difference. Pachter further stated, I'll give you software. You're going to find that during the holiday season between Black Friday and Christmas, I promise you at least 5 days in that period, you will be able to buy each console for $300 and free pieces of software for $600. You can buy both consoles and 2 games for $500. You can buy an Xbox One X and no games, and if you want to buy 2 games at least $100, so the value proposition is 1 console, 2 games, or 2 console, 2 games. The Xbox One X has been a hot topic since its unveiling at E3 back in June, particularly when it comes to its performance in comparison to PS4 Pro. In particular, Sony has been accused of forcing parity between games on both systems, something which it has been strenuously denied. Obviously, because they funny. Sony's going bankrupt, but they're spending other PS4 money to go with parity. Come on. Retardation and that is retarded. In addition, while many gamers have expected the PS4 Pro price drop as a result of the Xbox One X release, the fact that it's priced significantly higher than Sony's machine means we are unlikely to see a price cut before Christmas. Well, true. And like I said, if we look at this generation now, remember, Sony was priced lower and they had the power. They won for most of that. Microsoft was priced higher. We look at it now, Microsoft is priced even higher again, and Sony is still priced lower. The only difference is Microsoft has the power to back up. But that's it. And the power that they have isn't even that big. Otherwise, games would be 4K 60 like they were promised in the beginning. But again, people don't want to talk about that. People want to lie and damn sure saying, no, they meant 4K assets when they never once talked about 4K assets. So that's it. That's my video for today. That's all I have to say right now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I kind of rambled, but I got to prove the point. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys later. You guys be good. Deuces.